Jess, Alicia, Leslie, and yeah.
Great. So come on over here and line up. Well, thank you everybody for coming. I know the weather could have been better getting here, but what a gorgeous place this is. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
It's really a nice experience. I tell you what, driving in here this morning, a lot of memories. When I was a little kid, this is just I mean, it still is, but it was an absolute dream place. I remember coming when I was maybe 18, and then again when I was 28, 29 for the trials forever ago with Robinson. It was a long time ago. Anyways, so let's work on you guys. Now, so let me do the walk around real quick. I just want to check everybody's equipment. Hi. What do you think? It's pretty damn good. Looks good. Looks good.
Tack cleaning test.
No. It can be filthy.
Pony Club again?
No, it can be filthy. I don't care about how clean it is. I care about where it is. I guarantee you your tack is cleaner than my tack. Now, one thing with the Pelham, and this is for everybody, when you have to be a little careful with Pelhams with the curb. Do you see the way that hook is? Mm-hmm. Do you see how it wants to kind of push right in there? Mm-hmm. So it depends on which curb you get. I like the ones with the little rubber. You can take electrical tape if you want to do it that way, and just wrap a little black electrical tape around the hook, and you can squeeze it in a bit more than that with some pliers. But the other way is just to throw that on the outside and then run the chain through the center. And you really get this very, very similar feel. Without the risk of the hook pinching them. So that's just something that you might want to think about.
Okay.
Tell me if it feels terrible or something.
Okay.
And we can switch it back. But I think with that hook like that, I think I'd prefer it to be out like that for today. Right, girth looks good. Hi there. Super. Aren't you friendly? Aren't you friendly? And you want to be able to get your hand in there, at least a couple fingers anyways. There you go, old pony. And you masochist, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Is this how you've been showing with the rein on the...
I jump on the second.
Ah, very good. Okay. You're going to want to put another hole in that noseband because it's stretched out pretty good. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and do a little flat work. Just stay in, there's 4 of you, so we don't have to use all of the ring. Why don't you go ahead and stay, you can go just on the other side of these cavalettis.
That's Jess. It's on the other.
It's on the other side. And just track to the left, Jess.
Are we supposed to put one on each side?
Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
I just put that together.
You're just going to always go to the left. All right, so when you start, go ahead and go to the rising trot. Now, with these horses, it's a bit cold here, so when you start, I just want to see them, I want to see you focus, I want to see the focus on the horse's body rather than on the horse's face. So keep your elbow relaxed, keep your elbows relaxed, and try to, in the beginning, just let these horses stretch out and start using their back. And Jess, with this horse, what you want to start doing, especially in the four corners, is you want to start just getting the horse to bend around your inside leg and push up into the corner. Because what we're looking for, because this horse is a little bit, he's not weak in his back, but he's not active in his back either, Jess. He's not active in his back. So I want you to work on trying to get that hind end coming through just by relaxing your elbow and putting a little more leg on, and seeing if you can get his pole to reach down. See if you can get him to reach down towards the ground a little bit with his nose, and see if you can get his pole below his wither. Good, Leslie, that's the idea. That's the idea. Good. Well, he doesn't look like he hurt himself, Sheila. He looks sound, so that's good. Very nice, Alicia. Yeah, just go ahead and make a circle here around me. And what I really want to see, go ahead and walk 1 minute. Does that bit feel funky, different, or it's fine? Yeah. Okay, what I really want to see is when you're getting this horse started, that you get him to come through from his hind end, that you have a little bit more pace, that you get his hind end working, and don't think so much about your hands. I'd rather see this horse starting to kind of relax and drop down and bring his belly up. See if I get him to kind of, you see how that, could you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you're looking for. You're trying to get him to bring his belly up and relax through his withers and come round and come through from behind. That's going to make a big difference. That's where all your work has to come from. Good, Alicia. Pretty good, Leslie. There, I like that better. When he just did that, I would like to see you encourage that even more. Where you feel him pulling your hands down, and you feel that. Stop 1 sec. What I want you to start feeling is, let's see if I can get him to do it. There, do you feel that? And you feel how he's kind of bringing his back up? All right, so I want you to start working on getting him where his back comes up when you're starting. It looks lovely, but you're just riding him a little too much back, front to back, instead of back to front. I'd like to see that belly come up a little bit. I'd like to see him drop his pole below his withers, so that he starts by coming through with that hind end. Okay? That's pretty good, Sheila. That's pretty good. I'd keep working on bending his rib cage laterally, especially in those turns. You know, he's an older gentleman. So he's one that you really want to get laterally soft.
Yeah, and this is his good side, his right side is like a brick wall.
Okay. Well, it's good we're going this way first then. There. Beautiful. Beautiful, Alicia. You can circle if you want. Let's go ahead and go the other way, everyone. Good group. Everybody's doing great. Let's go the other way. And just right there when you went to change directions, that would have been a great opportunity to use that inside leg, the left leg, to push through the turn so that your horse, and you're welcome to pass, Sheila, or whatever, but I want to see more energy. I need to see more energy. I need to see that hind end working. That's getting better. Even more than that, more than that. You're going to need that later. You're going to need that warmed up. There, good, Sheila. There, excellent. Good. Now, Leslie, you're doing great there. You have that horse starting to pull you a little bit. That's fantastic. Now, try to convert that pull into energy. Try to convert that speed into energy. So start applying that inside rein, inside leg. Don't pull the head up. There. I like that in that turn. Once you got the inside leg and inside bend, and this horse went to pull you down, there. That's where you want to stay. Don't pull up. That's where you want to stay in the beginning, Leslie. Ask for a little more right bend, Leslie. You're very close to getting it just right. That's getting there. You're about 3 inches north of perfect. Excellent. A little more right bend. That's right. Good, good. More, a little more right leg. There. If that horse wants to stretch down, don't stop it. There. But you stopped it a little bit. Did you feel that? Allow the horse to reach down. And there you go. There you go. That's right. That's right. Pat him. Very good, Leslie. There you go, Leslie. Jess, that's getting better. That's getting better. I still think that as you're doing that, Jess, you want to start getting that horse shaped this way, like a C, okay? Not like an I, even when you're going down the rail. Even when you're going down the rail. Yeah, did you see how that corner, how did that corner feel to you? Yeah, he just braced into the turn. You want to make sure that you're using less outside rein, Jess, and more inside rein, inside leg. Good, Sheila. Just a touch more. There you go. There you go. Pat him there. Excellent. Good. And then in the corners, I'm glad we're not outside. Then in the corners, use that inside leg to keep that his hind inside leg coming through. More. You had it so good the other direction, and now going this way, instead of thinking with just your leg, Alicia, you've gone back to using your hand. You've gone back to thinking about that other bridge. You've got to use that new bridge. You've got to use your legs. More. Really work. You really need to work your legs. Put some strength into it. Good. Hey, super. Very good, Leslie. Very well done. Now, Leslie, you're starting to feel how that horse's back is starting to come up and come through. That's beautiful work. Super, Sheila. Very good. Yeah, and Alicia, try this. Look at me. The way you're doing it, walk. Okay, everybody walk. You guys are doing famously. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and come on over here, and I'm going to work with Alicia just for a minute. So come on over here and face this way. You guys are ready. We can canter in a minute. Very good. Now, when you're using, you have the right idea with your hand not to pull, but what you're really trying to do, come on over here. Okay. Now, when you're using your hands on these horses, you have to be careful. You want them light, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're actually bending their entire body. So what I would like to see you do is a little bit more leg to hand. You know, leg to hand. Instead of just getting the horse going forward and trying to coax the horse into it.
Okay.
I would really like to see you just work on the rib cage, work on the rib cage. Remember when I was riding your bay horse, right? The bay horse in the last group. I would put my leg on, yeah, let me see a little bit of that. Let me see you just here, just work on getting the horse's hind end moving, stepping across, yep. Yeah, if you guys are getting wet, you're welcome to come inside. All right, so you try and haunches out. So try to get those haunches a little further out. And then maybe go haunches out into a turn on the forehand where the haunches move around the forehand. Yep, yep, more, there, more, good, 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 good. Keep it going, good. Now maybe come back to the left and get the left bend and try to get the maybe haunches out on the rail. Okay? And then the same idea. Now why don't you try to turn on the haunches where the forehand moves around the haunches. So the right leg is back a little bit and you get those haunches to step. There you go. So that was a touch too much hand. That's just a touch too much hand. I shorten your reins up a bit for that, but that's the idea. You want to smooth that out, all right? Let's see another turn on the haunches. So you want to do a lot of this. You want to do a lot of work where you separate the horse's hind end from the shoulder, because you have to be able, if you're coming, Alicia, just stop 1 second. And this is one of the reasons why that's important. Real world. If I jump this and I'm going to do a rollback turn to the next vertical or ox or whatever it is, and I get here, well, I don't have time, and I don't want to just pull on the outside rein because now my horse doesn't see where it's going. And now I'm slow, right? If I pull on the outside rein, now I've upset the apple cart. But, oh, I'm getting too close, yeah. What you need to be able to do is land, put your inside leg on, and push the horse's hips out. Push the horse's hips out. So now the horse has its eye on the jump, but you're able to control the hind end. If you want to come in, it's from the opposite leg. If you want to come in, it's as though you're holding the shoulder in, and that's how you leave the stride out. But you have to be able to use the horse this way. You have to be able to use the hind end separate from the shoulder. Let me see a little bit more. So when you're doing this work, and this is going to be good for this horse too, because you're a little out of touch with what's going on back here, which we all are. So you want to do a lot of this lateral work where you feel like with your legs you can make the horse do this or do that, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be a textbook haunches in or shoulder in or any of that stuff. It's just getting your horses to step across and trying to get my riders to think with their leg, to actually ride behind the tack. What's behind the tack? There you go. Good. That's correct. Now let me see you go back to the trot. And don't stop doing that type of work. Just because you're trotting doesn't mean that you get numb. Yeah, so don't worry about a shoulder so much. Maybe use just the right rein, just the inside rein. And as you do it, leg and inside rein. Because you're trying to get the horses to step across and bend their body. And if you just do this, they just put their head down, but they're not actually using their body. It's the timing of your aids, that leg and then the hand. Shorten up your reins, and let me see you do, whoops, let me see you, don't do that. Let me see you do a little shoulder in on the circle. So right rein, right leg, there. Push the hips out, there you go. Good. Excellent. That's good. And now, make a little smaller circle, right rein, so that you're straight on a small circle, but the horse is pushing through. Now, active from behind. Active, active, active. More, more. Let the head go down. Let the head go down. So, less hand. More leg, Alicia, less hand. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Forward, rising trot. More, more. Come on. Drive him. Make him work. There. See, that's the first time that she put the horse in gear. That's the first time, Alicia, you put that horse in gear. A little bit more. A little bit more. More. Not hand, leg. With this inside leg. Drive your horse with the inside leg so he's pushing. There. Now, try without the outside rein for a minute. Just drop it, just for fun. Just let go of it. Just let go of it. Let it go all the way. There you go. Good. And just work on that balance between that right rein and inside leg. And try to get that hind inside leg there. Now more energy. Eyes up. Shoulder facing me. Yes, right. And ride forward, forward towards me with that right rein, right leg. And if he's good, soften and ask again. Yeah, now ask again. Right rein, right leg. More bend. Push, push with that right leg. Spur, spur. Use that spur. Good. There you go. Good. That's right. Sit up. Sit up. You're fine. Good. It's fun. Yeah, what the heck? You're not going anywhere. Good. There you go. And then straight and forward a little bit. Good. And then ask again. Yes. And then soften, straight and forward. There. Now you see when she's using that inside leg and inside rein there in that corner where the horse started to step across. Horse started to step across. That hind inside leg started to step across. You have to get that. You have to get that. There, you're getting it. Good. Good. You can take that outside rein now again if you'd like, but I don't want the work to change. I don't want the work to change. I want to see that horse stepping across, Alicia, with that hind inside leg. More energy. Come on. Come on, it's your second group. I'm going to be harder on you. More. Right bend. Good. There you go. Go. More. 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 And the right bend. Put more pressure on. There you got it. Good. Now let's go ahead and reverse, but keep the pressure on for the reverse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why not, Alicia? Why not turn inside the circle, change leg, and put more pressure on? See, what's the goal? What's the goal, Leslie? What do you think the goal is? Hang on. Stop a second, Alicia. What's the goal? What are we doing?
Get behind and engage, and then moving off your leg.
Yeah, right. So that when you come in this turn, when you're coming through this turn and you put that inside leg on, the horse is coming through with power. So as you come out of the turn, you have something. You have something in your hands. I don't like that feeling when I come out of the turns and the horse is kind of half into it and half out of it. Right? So the only way I can fix that is every time I'm going through the turn, we are going out of the turn. We are going in and out of the turn, and then you can hold the line. But that has to come from your leg. If you're, for lack of a better word, if you're diddling with your hands as you come out of the turn, you don't have anything. All right? Let me see just a little more work going to the left, and then we can all do it again. Because now these horses are pretty much warmed up. I would say that you're at the point where their backs are pretty warm, but now it's time to put a little bit of pressure on them. To put a little bit of pressure on them where they actually, work on strengthening their muscles. There you go. You see the difference? You see the difference? Now this looks like an athlete. Is that fair to say? Now this looks like an athlete. Yes. Now you look like you're getting warmed up for the Grand Prix ring. Whereas before, it looked like you were just out on a Tuesday, having a good time. Good, shorten up your reins. And more pressure, more pressure. Okay, so now that she has the horse going, Now she can use her hands. Now she can use her hands. And that's what I was saying with you in the beginning is you ride lovely, but you wanted to come out and use your hands first thing. What I want to see you do is come out first thing and get that hind end coming through so that your hands have got something to work with. Excellent. Now you can use your hands. Do what you want. Try to get him a little bit, did you see how he got stiff right there? He got stiff right there in that turn. So what should her reaction should have been? Leg. Instead, she got a little stiff with her body and braced against him. Instead, you got stiff with your body and you braced against him. Instead of when he got stiff, go to your leg. Right there, you see, and right there, is he pushing still? No. No, now he's starting to pull again. We want these horses pushing, pushing, pushing. Alicia, pushing, push, 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 push. There, now you're talking. Now you're getting somewhere. Now you're getting somewhere. Now, I'm going to have you go to the sitting trot when I say so. When I say so. All I want you to do is exhale, don't pull. Exhale, change your rhythm, but keep that leg. Exhale, now sitting trot, sit tall. Yes. Now that's how you want to get the sitting trot. Did you see the difference? Normally when you watch someone go to get the sitting trot, they take their leg off and they pull on the horse's mouth. And then the horse does this, right? You see their shoulders start to slow down. That's not how you want a horse to slow down. Jess, why do you think I don't want my horse to slow down? Alicia, you can walk. Why do you think that I don't want to train my horse to slow down with its front end?
That's not where its power really is.
Right. That's not where its power is. So that means that then I have to transfer all of that energy, right? As I come through the turn, same ride. As I come through the turn, if the horse, and I want to slow down a little bit, and the horse starts to use its shoulder to slow itself down, there's a couple really big, obvious problems. One, how does the horse stop? Right? I don't want it even touching that gear. There's a button. I don't want it even softly broach. You wouldn't want Donald Trump with that button, right? So it's the same thing with the horse, with any president. With any president, you wouldn't want that, okay? But especially with the one we have now. So it's the same thing with the horse. As you're coming through the turn, you don't want it, caressing the I can stop button, and that's the I can stop button. So that's number one. Number two, as good as you ride, there's only so much you can do in 3 strides. If you're coming through the turn, Jess, and this horse starts doing this to slow down, how are you going to fix all that and get the hind end going and then be able to jump a 1.55 meter, a 1.60 meter jump? You can't. You can't. Well. And these are the things that keep you down. These are the things that keep you down. How you'll be riding and you'll have a horse and you'll get to a certain level and you say, yeah, that's about as far as I can go. These are the things that keep you in that level. So if you can fix these things, then there's a chance for you to get to the next level because you're able to really utilize your vehicle. But if you don't utilize your vehicle, you're going to get stuck in that same rut. All right? Now let me see these 3 real quick. Just come on out here. You can just loiter if you want, walk around, take a little break. Maybe let him go relax long and low and just loiter. I want to see you 3, and I want to see that activity, and I want you to think about the horse's hind end. And is that hind end coming through and up into my hand? Okay, at the trot. So forward first, everybody. That's right. Good. Now you're talking, Jess. I like that much better. Good, Leslie. And the same work that you were working on earlier, Try to get that horse to bend its rib cage in the corner. Do you feel how it kind of stuck its gut out there, Leslie? Yep, yep. There, Jess, good. A little more leg right there. You've got the idea, but I want to see, yes, did you feel the difference right there? Now, did you feel how that hind end started to step up and come through when you applied that spur? So don't stop. keep riding, keep riding. Very good, Sheila, very good. Beautiful. Beautiful, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and reverse these three. Now, as you go to reverse, Jess, don't take your leg off. Put more pressure on, more pressure on. Yep, right leg, right leg. Ah, classic, classic. Now, what did that tell you? Wait, hang on, stop everybody. Jess had a typical issue. Stop, Leslie. Okay, Jess, first, describe what just happened.
I mean, I thought I used enough leg, but I guess I didn't.
Well, what did it feel like?
Stiff.
Yeah, stiff.
Yeah.
And the horse locked its stifle, right? Locked its stifle and stepped in. I know you couldn't see, but as she went to make the tight turn, she kind of just pivoted, and then the horse locked its stifle in, didn't keep coming through. And so then, if you had to make that turn in front of a jump, that's a problem, right? So that's why it's so pivotal that this horse understands exactly what that leg means. That. You have to be able to control the hips and the shoulder, whatever you want. All right, let's just do a couple more laps to the right with those three, then we'll move on. That's fine. Bend them a little bit to the right. I like that reaction, Jess. Fine. And then push away from me, push away from me. Good. Shorten up your right rein a little bit. Excellent. Good, 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 Leslie. Sheila, beautiful. That's excellent right there. There you're starting to be able to control that barrel. Do you feel the difference there, Jess? Very good. Okay, everybody, walk. Very well done. Jess, it kind of feels like you're on a barrel, and the barrel rotates this way, doesn't it? And when it rotates this way, you get in trouble. And they have to step and put that leg underneath them. All right. Let's go ahead. I want to see this group canter. And what do you think I'm looking for at the canter, Alicia? Yeah, everything with me has got to be from the hind end. Everything has got to be from the hind end. And you're welcome to use the whole ring, circle, do whatever you want. Let's track to the left. Good idea, Jess. Let's go ahead and track to the left. So don't worry about your hands first. Don't worry about your hands first. Just relax those elbows. Get that canter coming. Very good, Sheila. Very good. Sheila, work on your hips. Work on your hips. You remember the problem that you had on the other horse? So make sure that while you're riding and you're doing this, that you're not getting sloppy with your weight, with your hips, letting them slide to the side. Yeah, and let's relax your hips a little bit. Sit heavier and relax your hips. Good, Alicia. Whoop. Good. Good. Now, Leslie, let me see you go ahead and do a collected canter, but without your hand. So sit heavy, slow down your rhythm, Leslie. There you go. Good, maybe a little more inside bend. Yeah, now you noticed that, didn't you?
Yeah.
That you had to keep that leg on. Excellent, good job. Same thing with you, Alicia. Let me see you do the collected canter now, without your hand, with your tempo. With your tempo and your weight. Heavy, 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 more leg. Good, not too much hand. Keep the elbow relaxed. Good. Yeah, Jess, pretty good. Pretty good. I think to make that where, Jess, go ahead and make a circle now around me. I think to make that, you don't want your stirrups?
I'm used to riding without my left because I lean to the left pretty hard.
Oh, well, let me watch you lean to the left, and then I'll see if I can fix it another way. Okay? Now, what I want you to do, Jess, sorry. Yeah, your horse's hips, that was a good catch. Good catch. Did you feel that? I could see you felt that. Very good. Now, what I want you to do to try to smooth this out, go ahead and everybody walk. All right, Jess, now. Go ahead and stop here a second. So one thing that is making your life difficult is that you're at the canter, you're trying to pull a little bit too much with both hands at the same time. I'd like to see you work on allowing this horse to have a little bit more shape in its body, a little more shape in its body, and just a little bit more left bend, because at the canter, that's natural, having that left bend. You're trying to keep it too straight, and when you try to keep it too straight, then the horse gets a little stiff and doesn't really come through relaxed. All right, so I want to just watch you down here. Okay, why don't you guys go ahead and come on over here, and now it's Jess's turn. And I want to see Jess just down here, okay? And go ahead on the left. I know your horse was spooking down here a minute ago, but what I want you to do is overbend in the beginning. Anytime I'm trying to learn something new, I always exaggerate. That's the only way I can, maybe I'm daft, I don't know, maybe I'm a little slow, but the only way I can learn to do something is to absolutely exaggerate what my instructor is asking me to do. And invariably I mess it up, but that's what we're here to do. And then I gradually back off, Jess, okay? So what I want you to do now is I want you to go ahead to the canter, and I want to see, kind of show me just how much inside bend you can have, and try to ride with just the inside rein, just for a little while. So just left rein, left leg, down in your left heel. Good, good. And use that left leg to make a bigger circle. Excellent. Use the left leg to make a bigger circle. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Yep. And then right there, yeah, very good. Right there with that left hand, Jess, look at me. I want to see that left hand fluid. I want to see your left, that's correct. Like you're fishing. Do you ever fish? You're not a fisher? No, I'm not a fisher either, but I've watched people fish and they move their hands a lot. So look at me. Allow those hands to keep softening, allow them, especially that inside rein, and then just as you do this, it's the timing. Look at this timing. Leg, hand, leg, hand. There you go. You feel that? You're starting to get it. Excellent. Now, every chance you get, you want to ask 1,000,000 times for 1 second. Can you hear me okay? All right? So that means, Jess, what I want to see, look at your left, look at me, look at my left hand. What I want to see is ask, that's correct. Ask, that's correct. There you go. Now, Jess, when you said that's correct, what did you feel? He softened, exactly. So you have to be the leader. You have to be the softening leader. So try to do that now 10 times on the circle. I want to see that done 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, little left leg at the same time, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's see if we can get the numbers up. Little left leg at the same time, Jess. There you go. There she was able, I think you guys are able to see the horse actually pushed out a little bit towards the wall. That's perfect, Jess. See if you can do it 10 times though. Yep. That's 1, 2, 3, a little more left leg, 4, a little more acute, a little more bend. Yes. Okay, that was 5, 6. Now we're talking, Jess. 7, 8. You better hurry. 9. Very good. Okay, now walk. Now, I have to ask you a question, and just be honest. If you didn't like it, you don't like it. Was there any difference in the way the horse felt after you started doing that about 10 times?
Yeah, he felt a lot softer.
He-
It was more of a conversation instead of he just pulling.
Beautiful. You guys heard that? Did you hear what Jess said? You heard what Jess said? It was a conversation. Instead of me saying, you will, you know, I will break you, okay? Instead, you could tell, and then the horses started to come through and started to relax its back, and then she got the shape, and then it wasn't so damn mad, was it? Okay? Let's go ahead, Jess, back to the right one time real quick, and do the same thing. And that's why I say 1,000,000 times for 1 second, not one time for 1,000,000 seconds. And as you're doing this time, Jess, try to integrate the leg and the timing with the hand, where you leg and take and then relax the hand. Leg and take and then, yes, yeah, you got it. Excellent. Good. So the ankle works in synchronicity with that right hand. Why don't you shorten up that right rein because you're all the way home. There you go. Good. Yep. Come on. Use it. 1, 2. Good. 3. Excellent. Yep. 4. Up. Outside leg back. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Good. Good. Relax. Breathe. Exhale. Exhale. All right. We'll start over here. We'll try to get 10. Outside leg back. Keep your outside leg just a little farther back. There you go. Relax your hips. Stay into your right stirrup. Stay into your right stirrup. There you go, Jess. Very good. Soften. Yeah. Bend. Soften. And now relax and let the horse go a little bit longer in the canter. A little bit longer and keep softening. Then let go. Then let go with that right hand. There you go. And then let go. Be a little quicker to let go. Yep. And now let go. See if you can let go for 3 strides and at the same time keep your right leg. Okay, let go. 1, 2, 3. Take again. Let go now for 3 strides. 1, 2, 3. Now take again. See if you can let go for 5 strides. Let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ask again. Now 6 strides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 strides. Okay, let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ask again. Good. And now 8 strides again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Ask for the softening. So take a little bit, a little right bend, slow down your rhythm. Keep that leg though. Now we want 10 strides. Now, okay, soften. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that. It's a nice canter. No? Super, Jess. So just try to maintain that. Outside leg back, don't worry. Good. And then try to go off again. Relax again. Relax again. With that right rein. There you go. Okay. Beautiful. Now just take for a half a stride. Yep. There. Take for 1 stride. Just 1. Yep. Take a half a stride. Yep. Take for 2 strides. With a little bend. Yep. Soften again. There. Okay. Now go ahead and walk. Now, you're able to see the difference in the horse starting to relax, come through, all right? And you didn't grow any stronger, right, Jess? It was the exact opposite. You actually grew softer. And that communication, that line of communication where you're willing to give your horse a chance to do it wrong, sometimes they prove you wrong and they do it right. So make sure that when you're doing your flat work, everybody, that when you ask, you ask. I mean, she was asking strong. That was perfect. She was asking strong, saying, no. Bend. But then on the flip side, that you're willing to give them a chance to show you that what you've done has been effective. All right, let's see these 3 after watching Jess. You guys go ahead to the canter to the right. We'll do it just for a minute or 2, and then we'll move on. And I'll cover up your landmine. Good job.
Thank you.
Super. I think that'll help you, Jess, to be a little more relaxed through your hips, because I think that's one of the reasons why you get a little stiff on that left-hand side. Good. Forward first, Sheila. Don't worry about doing anything until you get that horse in front of your leg and bent around your right leg. Shorten up your reins, Alicia. Straighten your wrists out so your thumbs are up. All right, Les, let me see you go ahead and take a little bit and bend, sit heavy, and then soften. And again, sit heavy, bend more, Leslie, bend more. Yes, that's right, and soften, and then ask again. Outside leg back, that's super. So that's about the positioning of your outside leg. It has to be further back so that your horse isn't confused. Good, right rein, right bend, sit heavy, Leslie, sit. You only weigh 20 pounds, put a little bend on that animal. Sit heavy, there you go, and relax your hips. If you exhale and just sit, you're gonna feel a different horse. Just sit, exhale. Get your shoulders back a little bit, Leslie. There you go. There you go, good. Good, Alicia. And when that horse gets the forebeat, do you feel you got choppy there? The answer is leg. The answer is leg. Oh, watch out, guys. Heads up, Jess. There you go, good. All right, get out of traffic. Good. That's very good there, Alicia. Hey, super. Super, Sheila. Shorten up those reins, though. Keep working on your hips. Keep working on a focal point. Okay, Les, very good. Not bad. How are we doing? Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, everybody, come on over here. We'll go ahead and start with Jess. So Jess, actually no, because this is your first group. So let's start with you, because you've already done it. All right? So go ahead and start here. Both of you have. So let you two go first, because you've already done it, and then you two can go second, okay? So what they're going to do, they're going to trot through this little cavaletti exercise. Then they're going to leg yield towards the rail at the trot. They're going to leg yield towards the rail. When they get to approximately the window, maybe a little before it, you're going to pick up the left lead, and then you're just going to canter down this line on the left lead. Then when you get to the end, you're going to do a right lead change, and you're going to do the little rail on the end to the blue and white rail, and then you're just coming up this line at the canter. And when you get to the other window, you're breaking to the trot. Just like the exact opposite of what you started with. And then you're going to leg yield off the rail, off the right leg, and do this little exercise. Okay? All right, the best place to stand so far has been on the rail, mirror, right where your horse is spooky, mirror towards K. Okay? Exhale. Outside leg. 1, 2. No. Hang on. It's good, but the problem with you're good is you're too close to great. You're too close to great. You're so close to great that I can't watch you just be good. All right? Do you remember when I rode your horse in that last group, how when I came down this line, I just sat like a big old sack of potatoes, okay? And your horse was like, yeah, I kind of like it. Everybody wants to do the light seat. I ride in the light seat a lot, but I also ride in the full seat. So I want to just do a little math. So you have your horse's back, right? And you want to be soft on your horse's back. So let's say you weigh 120 pounds, okay? Right now you weigh 120 pounds. So I want you to get up in the light seat. Show me the light seat. Now, how much do you weigh? 120 pounds, okay? So, I mean, it's great to want to do the light seat, but the math is the same. You can say it's in a slightly different place, but really the light seat is easier on us even more than it is on them. Now, because your weight goes into the stirrups, which run up the leather that goes to the bar, which sits on the tree, which so the saddle is on the horse's back. So you're not diminishing the amount of pressure you're putting on the horse's back. Unless you count if you're doing the 2-point seat where you're putting 20 pounds of your weight on the horse's neck. Then theoretically, you're making a physical difference. But unless you're doing the 2-point seat, 120 pounds is 120 pounds. So what I want you to practice is that when you come down this line, because, Alicia, what are you thinking about right now? What? Anything. What are you thinking about? What you had for lunch?
No, I need to sit better. I need to sit in my
Yeah, okay. What are you thinking about right now?
I want to put my leg on the horse.
No, what do you, you're not.
Oh, that you're holding.
You're thinking about the pressure.
Yeah.
Are you?
Well, I was really thinking I should put more leg and sit deeper.
Okay.
But yeah, now the pressure.
Okay, all right. So my point is that if I came over and I grabbed each of you, you'd be thinking about where I was grabbing you. That is the part of your body that you would be thinking about. So when you think about this horse, he's going to the jumps. You understand? You're thinking about this horse is thinking he's going to the jumps. You're leaning up the neck. You have your weight right over his shoulder. The pressure's on his shoulder. He's thinking about his front end. When I rode your other horse, the only thing I did different is I exhaled and I just sat on his butt. And at first he gave me a little buck like, whoa, are you sure you want to do that? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. And he's like, okay, then I'll think about my butt. And all of a sudden I was able to do 7 in the 5. Not because of some kind of weird magic thing, just because I distributed my weight on the part of the horse that I wanted him to think about. So then he started thinking about his butt. So when you're coming through here and you're wanting to add a little bit or slow down a little bit, why not just exhale, go limp, and make the horse push you out of the tack? All right, and it's going to be easier, and then your horse is going to put more weight on its hind legs and then jump better. Go ahead. Exhale. Outside leg. Sit. Keep your head back. Head back. Keep your head back. Yeah, all of a sudden you could do 6, right? Beautiful. Keep your head back. Keep your head back. That one change, and she's adding an extra stride. She didn't intentionally try to add that stride. She didn't intentionally try to add that stride. It's just the change in her position. Change in her balance makes the horse wait. Did you feel the difference? Yeah. And then you don't have to work with your hands, Alicia. Then what do you have to start working with?
My leg.
Your leg. Okay, Sheila. If you want, it's kind of cold. If they stand here for a while, you guys are welcome to canter or trot a circle. That horse could trot a circle or two, okay, Sheila? Yeah. Very good, Alicia. See, it must have felt a little strange. All of a sudden you're like, whoa, wait a minute, that's farther away. Take your time now. Take your time. Exhale. Exhale. Jess, why do you think I say exhale? Yeah, and I'm saying it at a specific time. Exhale. Exhale. Good. Yep. Exhale. Yep, relax your elbows, relax your elbows. Try to get that smoothed out a little bit, but you're doing good. The only way, if you hold your breath when you land, there's no way you can get down into the tack. So, as a habit, Not bad, Sheila. You'll smooth it out next time. Your hips were better. Your hips were better. So you have to be in the habit, as the horse is descending from the jump, to exhale, because that's the only way that you can melt. I mean, try holding your breath. You're not going to be able to relax. Okay, whenever you're ready. Sorry. I'll talk all day. Yeah, you take your leg off of him when he gets wound up instead of putting your leg on. You take your leg off, that makes you a little bit loose, it makes him nervous, and he gets wound up. It has the opposite effect. Good. Exhale and sit. There you go. Beautiful. Keep your head back. Keep your head back. Control, Leslie, control. There you go. Good. Right bend. Sit up. I'll give you that one. I'm a nice guy. No, I'm not. I'm going to stop you. I'm not. It's not as nice as I thought. Now look. I want to stop you because you had moments of brilliance and then moments of delinquency. Your moments of brilliance, for example, I thought this was excellent, from the blue to the red. You sat, and once you sat and got in the middle of the horse, then you're making decisions that aren't based on a lie. It's hard to make decisions based on incorrect information. A lot of these other decisions that you were making, because you were out of touch and everything's loose and you're not in the machine, you're guessing. You're guessing, you're grasping at straws. I really want to see you did a wonderful job with the leg yield. You got your horse over, you had that hind end underneath you. Then when you went to pick up the canter, about the time you got to the window, you started to do the little bit of the inchworm creep up the neck.
Okay.
I want to see you just go dead weight, dead weight. Try it, try it. Go ahead, try that again. Oh, I try to throw this rock out of here. All right, I'm going to try not to hit you with this rock. I'm a pretty good shot. I should be a golfer. Good. Keep your head over your shoulders, over your hips. There you go. Exhale, sit down and shift. And now just exhale and allow your weight to be in the tack. Sit. Keep your head back. Keep your head back. Control, control. Yes. Head back. Yep. Keep your head back. Head back. You almost got it done. Let's go ahead. Go ahead. Turn your shoulders. Yep. Sit. More control. There you go. That was good. But I didn't need the release. Do you see what I'm talking about there? You see how when she got to that rail, she couldn't help but kind of creep up? That was excellent. There, very good. Leslie, better. Better. We'll get it. We'll get it. I think it's all about you. We'll get it. Okay? We'll get it. This first line was perfect. When you get here, you start riding the rails instead of riding your horse. You want to make sure that you stay connected to your animal, that you don't try to start tipping with your shoulder. Because when you tip with your shoulder, you're taking yourself, Leslie, and you're putting yourself out of the driver's seat. And so then you can't really affect your horse. You can't really turn your horse because you're standing above it like this, like a marionette. You don't want to be a marionette. You've got to be a hold of that puppet. Okay, Jess, whenever you're ready. Hey, look at that. I like the exaggeration. Good job. When you get to these little rails, don't creep. Don't creep up the neck. That's okay. Good, Jess. There, I love that position. Outside leg, tall. Yep. Not leg. Okay, Jess, hang on one sec. Hang on one sec, because it's the hard part with this horse is that it wants to. It's a nice light horse. It looks like a very nice jumper. It's a nice light horse, but it starts to get a little light on its toes, and then it starts to get a little dodgy. So what you need to do, I want you to do. Remember how I said I need you to exaggerate for me, and you did a great job. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to start with those cavalettis. The leg yield was flawless. But then when you got around the turn and you thought about a straight line, you rode a straight line instead of a straight line on a curve. This time I want you to do the exact same thing, but try to maintain a left bend all the way down the line. Therefore, left lead, left bend all the way down the line. Okay? Exaggerate for me. That was excellent. Exhale and sit. Sit heavy. Relax. Good. Put that outside leg back and bend your horse around your left leg, Jess. There. Now hold that. Keep it. And wait. Don't do 5. Do what's right. Yes. Don't do 5. Do what's right. Yes. Perfect. Good. Now the same thing, but the right side, Jess. Put that outside leg back. Okay, left, you're on the left, so do the left. Relax, good. Okay, so Jess, I loved that first line. Did you feel the difference? Yeah. And because you had that left bend, you were able to maintain control. And you were able to maintain that lead. And you could have made 6, you could have made 7, you could have made 5, whatever you wanted, right? Then over here, the way to fix it, Jess, when you go to get that right lead, is take your left leg and shift it considerably further back than your right leg. That outside leg has got to shift further back. Once they feel that, it shuts that off. And they know, oh, okay, she wants me on the right lead. And then all the way down this line, it's about balancing that right bend. Balancing that right bend. If you can keep a horse bent, you keep a horse weak. If the horse is weak, they're under control. Once they start to realize, horses understand, oh, I'm weak. Well, I'm not going to fight because I don't have the strength. So you have to get the bend, the softening, the bend first, then they throw in the towel, then you can do whatever you want. But if you try to come down a line dead straight, then you've given them the keys to the car. And they're not the best drivers. So make sure you maintain the keys of the car, and that's that bend. Right now, I want you to exaggerate it. Later on, you won't need to, once you get the feel. Then it'll be so soft that almost nobody can see it. All right? Okay, let's do the same exercise in reverse. So now you're, and the only, it's semantics, but I wanted you to go around that one rail and then leg yield back. Yeah, I figured you did. No, I didn't lose any tears. I'll be okay. And if you want, I'd make a circle, Alicia, because he's a little cold right now.
No, you're fine.
Exhale and get his hips out. Very well done. Outside leg back. Sit heavy. Keep that bend. Yeah! Perfect! Watch that release. Good. Sit up. Keep that left bend now. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know that she could have done that much better. Watch those shoulders. Beautiful job. Alicia, that must make you happy. That was beautiful. Okay, Sheila, let him trot a little bit. Really good. Did you see how much more control, Leslie, she had? It's just keeping that little inside bend. It's not a, it feels in the beginning like a lot, but it really isn't. And once you get good at it, people don't even see it. They don't even know you're doing it. And then when you use the outside rein, your horses, it means more to the horses. It means more. Good work on your focal point. It's going to the bathroom, but that's okay. You're just trotting through those rails. Good. Exhale, sit. Beautiful. Outside leg. Good, Sheila. Good. Keep that head back. Whee! Good. Keep your leg at the jump. Keep your leg at the jump. Watch your hips. Good. Good. You're almost getting too much control. There you go, Sheila. Lovely. Now work on your position. Eyes up. Very good, Sheila. Good. Now, Sheila, you'll be doing it one more time. Okay, whoever's, Leslie, which good. You'll be doing it one more time. The next time you do it, now that it's, do you remember with Alicia's bay horse? Hang on 1 second, Leslie. With Alicia's bay horse, remember the last time I did it? I said, you know, give me a lot of control. I feel like he's come so far. He's gonna give it to me. So now I'm gonna make it easy. So this horse has come so far for you. I think now if you just keep a little bit more pace and you'll be able to keep it easy and he'll be happy, all right, the next time you do it. All right, go ahead, Les. Yeah, it's trying to figure out that moment. Trying to figure out that moment when first the moment when they're ready to learn, and then second when you feel like they've absorbed enough. Once they've absorbed enough, then you make it where it's a positive experience for them when they do it right. It takes a little while figuring all that out. Exhale, there you go. Aha, perfect. Outside leg back to the tail. Keep your head back, Leslie. Exaggerate. Keep the right bend, leg. Now it's left bend actually. Left bend. Keep your head back all the way through the turn. Excellent. Head back. Beautiful. Keep that left bend. Leg either way. Sit. Beautiful job, Les. And now the leg yield. Excellent. Good, Leslie. Now, did you notice how just keeping your head over your shoulders and over your hips made this turn so it was very doable? Good job. Good job. You just, now, the one thing, the caveat, one thing that comes with this position is all of a sudden you have to squeeze harder.
Yes.
Right?
That's good though.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. That's the idea. Okay, Jess. Yeah, because you have to encourage them to keep cantering.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, why don't you make a circle, Jess, and see if you can soften that beast up a little bit. There you go. Doesn't that feel better? It looks better. Very good. Good. Take your time here. Take your time. That's fine. That was the right thing for your horse to do. Good. Exhale. Leg yield. Good. Now keep your head back. Right bend. Keep the right bend. Keep the right leg. Keep the right leg. Yes, Jess. Okay, good. Yep. Keep the right leg. And now the left leg with the right leg back. Keep your head back. Take your time. Take your time. Good job. Hang in there. Keep that right leg back. Good. See if you can play with your hands a little bit. Super, Jess. Good. Oops. All right, get that leg yield. There, good. You got those hips first. Relax your hands. Good. Yeah, Jess, brilliant. Really good, young lady. Very, very nice. The amount of control is dramatically better.
Yeah.
Huh? Dramatically better. So the idea, I mean, you can see with each other. You can see with each other that just keeping that leg so that the horse has to pivot around it, keeping yourself in the middle of the horse, not making decisions with your head, then your horses are all happy. They're all happy with it. All right, let's go ahead and we'll do it one more time back the other way, the original direction. But hang on, with this group, sorry, I'm going to make it a little more difficult. With this group, you're doing great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix it up a little bit and we're going to go diagonal. So this is going to be a 4 stride. That's maybe too much. This is going to be 5 strides. This is going to be 6. This is going to be 6. And this is going to be 5. Okay? So now, and that's a good way for you, if you're doing a simple exercise like this at home, to test yourself. You've tested control, and now you're going to test control a little bit harder because you're going to let the horse go a little bit. I'm making it easy because I'm not making you do the 4, right? But at home, I would force myself to do the 4. I do the 4 and the 6. And then I would do probably the 6 and the 4, or I would just keep mixing it up. And then sometimes I'd do 6 and 4, and see if I could do 7 and 3, and just really work and put myself to task. All right, but for now, 5, 6, 6, 5. It gets much harder, even just forcing yourself to do any numbers is much more difficult. Good, that's a nice trot. I wouldn't be any quieter than that. And then carpe diem, right? So a little bit of leg there, and then maybe at approximately P, why don't you exhale and sit and bring your head back? Yes. Then the leg yield. Beautiful outside leg. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Not bad. Good. Keep your head back. Keep your head back. Beautiful job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. Good. Wow. I should have made her do the 4. Well done. Well done. Alicia, beautifully ridden. She'll let him get warmed up. Beautifully ridden. Very, very nice. That's a tough act to follow. Very well done.
I'll make it a lot harder.
Come on, don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. You're doing great. Keep working on those eyes. So as you come out of this turn, you're going to focus on something up the street, something up the wall. So your hips are perfectly straight. And take your time. Let your horse do it. Good. Exhale. Exhale. There you go. One, two, three. Keep your outside leg back a little more. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just do the 5. That was 6. But okay. Try to fix that. So now you're going to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Leslie, you can go ahead and start. I'm gonna let Sheila go one more time in the end when we're all done. Sheila, I'm gonna let you do it one more time when we're all done, okay? Just remind me. So, Sheila, your hips and the horse going up and down are all part of your eyes. You've got to make sure that you come through and you're focused up. And then you start looking down, and then he gets light in the croup, okay? You have to have intent of going forward. I think if we do that, I'll walk you through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there was no work there. Oh, you did the 6. Okay, perfect. Uh-oh. Okay, hang on, Les. Because your leg now that I wouldn't say fixed you is not the right word. Now that I've changed you a little bit, your leg is not there. You've got to squeeze harder.
Okay.
You've got to squeeze with your stomach muscles and your leg right here. So that way he knows, no, I need to slow down, but keep cantering. All right? Why don't you start again? Are we doing
6, 5, 5, 6, 6.
5? You're right.
Okay.
That was my mistake.
That's okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, my mistake. My mistake. Good, good, good. Exhale, sit heavy. Good, keep that extra bend. 1, now, 2, 3. Sit heavy. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Beautiful. Oh, you just need a little more leg. Hey, Les, come here a minute. Can I sit on him for one rep? Sure. Yeah, okay. Next one can go ahead while I mount up.
Not the block.
Huh? No, I don't think this one's going to give me a hard time. Is it Jess? Are you next or?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. All right, don't trip on the things when you swing off. Hey, champ. 1, 2, 3. Bene, grazie. Okay, come on. Hey, very good. Threw that in there. Little bonus. Good. Yes. Now squeeze. Sit. Beautiful. Outside leg. Don't give up. Yes. Oh. Uh-oh. Hey. Jess. Jess, you're too critical of yourself. Walk a second. I think you're too critical of yourself. You know why I say that? What? Well, because when you weren't very happy with what happened at this. And so instead of letting it go, it feels to me like you were still thinking about that. Down this whole line. You were still trying to decipher what went wrong in the first place. Instead of focusing on 6 and 5, for example, you did 5 and 6 and then you missed the turn, which is not like, that's not you. That's not you. So I think that as a jockey, I would suggest that you just let things go a little bit quicker. Okay? Just think about the future, not the past. Okay? Oh, you're silly. Whoop. Ooh. Hey, Toad. There. There you go. There. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, turkey. Wait. I wasn't squeezing hard enough. I take my jacket off for this one. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Don't run into Jess. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's have you try it again. Oh. Okay, I want to start with Jess, and then we'll go Sheila, and then you can finish, okay? All right. So Jess, I want you to do, there you go. So I want you to do everything you've been doing. You're doing a brilliant job with that first line. And then when you land, just try to keep your head back a little bit, especially at the end rail, kind of no matter what happens, if the horse leaves a little long, a little whatever. So that way when you land, you're in position to keep this outside leg back a little bit like that.
Okay.
And that'll help control that side of your horse. Okay? And then you're doing 6 and 5.
Okay.
So you're doing 5 and 6, and then 6 and 5. Great. Good. Beautiful. Good. Keep that left bend. That's fine. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Sit. Beautiful. Keep your head back. Squeeze. Yeah. Good. Now you're doing the 6. Excellent. Now relax. Beautiful job, Jess. Okay, Sheila. Oh, Jess. Got to go outside that. go around there. I got to know that you can do that. You made it much harder. All right. Exhale and sit nice and tall. Relax. Get your butt in the tack. There you go. Little right leg. Good. Then maybe push him back to the right with your left leg. Control there. There you go. I think that was good, Jess. Very good. And there when he but when he gets a little locked on you, you think back to the way you did your flat work, where you just say, yeah, no, okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little more canter there. That's right. Keep that coming. Good. Keep going. All right. Good. Squeeze with your knee and thigh. Good. Good. So this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Good job, Sheila. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard place to sit, isn't it? Relax your elbows. Very good. All right, Sheila. Thank you. Okay, Les. All right, Sheila, good job. That was better. That was better. You know what? Tomorrow's his day to shine. Tomorrow's his day to shine.
Try the video if I got jumped out.
Cristallo, I can never do any of this stuff with Cristallo either. So I wouldn't worry about it. You did great. Good job. You're a turkey. Very good. All right, Les. Exhale and sit heavy. Good. Get him over. Get the hips over. There you go. Now just squeeze with your knee and thigh. Squeeze and sit. Don't give up. Squeeze. Yes, good. Keep your head back, outside leg. Yeah, hey, you found a way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him back. Do the 6. Do you see when she starts pulling on him and he starts leaning, how he's not really putting his feet down and cantering? That's a little bit what happens with this one too. When you get, let's go ahead and just do the last line one more time. I'd like to see you do the rail, 6 and then 5. Okay? Now you have to be, Leslie, you have to be strong no, no, no. Okay, if you get in a tug of war, you lose. Okay, you lose. So you have to remember. What did I don't know, did I talk about the horse's conformation, Jess? Hang on a sec. Did I talk to you guys about the conformation of the horse's jaw? All right, you have to think about that. You got to think about how the horse's jaw is. All right? You've got the horse's jaw. It has the bars of their mouth come down. They make just like a little, kind of like a circle. All right? And then they have their tongue in the middle. But they cannot contort. They cannot contort the bars of their mouth. It's their skull. It's not going anywhere. It's locked like that. We have a distinct advantage because our hands don't have to be set like a jaw. Our hands can move and be separate, and you can soften on this side and take on that side and move our stuff around. So that's a huge advantage. So you need to use that advantage. You follow me? Whereas if you just get to where you want to turn your hands into a jaw, the minute you do that, you lose. All right, let's go ahead and try it again and try to see. Go ahead, you can do both lines. Do both lines. Try to see if with your hands, the most important moment is when you say yes. Is when you say yes. All right, let me see you do both those lines and we'll try it one more time. Outside leg back less, and I'll walk you through it a little bit. Okay, now take a little bit there and soften and take again. Good. Squeeze, take. Yes. Now take back. Sit. Good. And then soften. Right rein. Yep. Good. Good. Take. One and soften. Take again. There. And then you can relax. Then it's done. Super less. Okay. Very good, everyone. Come on in. Beautiful. That was better. Yeah, you've got to find, and you remember we were working with Jess in the beginning with the flat work. You have to find nanoseconds. You have to find split seconds. And it doesn't have to be even a whole stride, Jess. Just a half a stride. Just one moment where you say yes, no. And sometimes you can go to the opposing hand. Sometimes you go back to both hands. Sometimes you go to one hand. So they don't know. So they can't brace for it. They can't brace for it because you have a distinct advantage. Go ahead and line up parallel with everybody for me. Because you have a distinct advantage in the fact that you can use your hands independently. Horses cannot use both sides of their mouth independently. And the minute you bridge your hands and you pull evenly with both hands like that, that horse has got to be broke very, very well. Because now, let's say you're putting 20 pounds of pressure with both hands. They are probably absorbing at least 10 pounds of that pressure with their tongue, 5 pounds with the bar, and 5 pounds with the opposing bar. Well, then you're not pulling that hard. But if you're able to pull on one side, that's 20 pounds on the bar. That's 4 times as much pressure on the horse and the same amount of pressure for you, the same amount of poundage for you. So make sure that you don't just turn yourself, you have an advantage. Don't squander the advantage that you have. All right, good group, super, well done. Questions? Any questions from the jockeys? You don't have questions, okay, but you have one? Now's a good time. Any questions from anyone watching while they think? Okay, all right. Either that means I'm doing a good job or a bad job, I don't know what. All right. Well, you're very welcome. Well done. Well done. Good riding. All these horses were very, very good, except yours. I know. We're going to change you. We're going to change you in 3 days, man. He doesn't like that.
Gone over a rail.
No, he jumps. That's a great problem to have. That's a great problem to have. I'll take that any day of the week. This is a lovely horse. Yeah, really nice. Beautiful rep. That last one was beautiful. Yeah. And I think you had a dramatic difference with that bend. Try not, if you can start to use a little of that, the bend, and as well as the contract. I call it a contract. Like every time I take, the contract is if they give, then I give them some money, right? They've fulfilled their end of the bargain. I asked you for something, you gave, here's your money. The quicker I pay you, the quicker you want to enter into the next contract. Or like any contract negotiation, if the person consistently does what the contract states they're going to do, and you pay them quickly for their services, then the relationship gradually improves. But if you have a contract with this person, they fulfill their end of the obligation, and then you're slow on payment, then they're not going to want to enter into the next contract with you because there's confusion over who gets paid what and what they were supposed to be doing, and did I make a mistake on the job? Were you unhappy? If you were unhappy, you should, it becomes a muddled mess. So it's really a contract, and it's the same thing with your leg. Every time I ask my horse to do something, I consider it, I'm entering into a contract with them. And so if they fulfill their side of the bargain, then I have to fulfill my side of the bargain, which is to very quickly say, yes, there's your money, now let's carry on. The best thing is, you remember when you were doing that circle and you had in one circle you fulfilled 10 contracts. So by doing that, you're building the relationship very, very quickly. Whereas if on the same circle you maybe had 2 contracts that were fulfilled and that you rewarded the horse for, well, you're doing it 1/5 the speed. So you're much better off being very quick, saying, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. There's clarity. Now let's enter right back into another contract because I want to keep you tied up. I don't want you to get distracted with some other job. All right? Okay, super guys.